Hello YouTube, welcome back to this week's Vintage Fridays, where we look at vintage tech on a Friday. Today's piece of vintage tech, we are looking at this. This is a Systema or System A TV boy from about 95, 96. Now these were advertised in the Argos catalogues for about £30. It has 126 old arcade games in there. It doesn't have 126 old arcade games in there. It has 126 Atari 2600 games in there. That's right, this is Atari 2600 on a chip. Now I got this from eBay years ago, sold as untested, and I think I paid £5 for it. And when I got it, it fired up no problems, but none of the keypad worked, and the button didn't work, so I had to plug in a joystick to the bottom there, and it was all good. I've since taken it apart, give it a good clean, and it worked. Went to fire up the other day for the video, and it didn't work again, so I've taken it all apart again, given the PCB a good old clean, and it's more or less working now, so it should be okay for the purpose of the video. You've got your control pad here, and you've got the one button there, because that's all it had on Atari 2600 was one button. You've got a select, start and reset. You've got a power LED there, tells you you've got your power on. And you can plug a joystick into the side here, because you've got the Atari 9-pin style joystick, and that was used on so many different computers in the 80s. Mega Drive used it, Master System used it, what else used it? Commodore Amiga used it, Commodore 64, Commodore VIC-20, all the Atari line of computers used it. Yeah, this was a standard for years, this was. There's also one here, so in theory you could plug two joysticks in and use this as a games console and do two players that way, or you can just have this control pad, plug a joystick in any one of the sides here and use it as a two. You can do the two players. On the top here you've got an RF connection there that plugs into the old school TV, and you have to actually tune in the TV to get the picture. It doesn't work via composite, it doesn't work via component, nothing like that. It just works via RF. On the back here we got ourselves a 6 volts DC connection there, and you got the power on off switch there. It runs off 4 AA batteries, and they say not to mix them, but I've done that for the video, so it works. So what we'll do now, we'll fire this up into an old school TV set, and I'll get Siri to generate a random number between 1 and 126, and we'll see what games we've got on here. I know one of them's on here, number 19, which is Pitfall, which is the original Atari version of Pitfall. So let's fire this up an old TV set, and let Siri generate some numbers, and we'll see what games we get. Okay, I've got no way of capturing the TV boy. All I've done is point the camera to this old school screen, and you will see a bit of lines going down like that down screen. Nothing I can do about that. So anyway, I've got any way I can capture the TV boy. Now there is sound. Listen to this. Yeah, that music's very annoying. Now all we're going to do is go through and have a look at some of the games. Number 19. So you go along, and 9. I think there we go. That's Atari Pitfall. Remember that game from back in the day? Brilliant game this is. Let's see if we can play the game. No, you've got no in-game sound. You've only got the in-game music, and I don't think the game had any sound on it anyway. It just had the noise. There we go. Let's turn that down a bit. Oh, look at that, falling down a hole. Oh. Oh dear, I'm gonna... I want to swing on the rope, and then we'll do another game. Check out the Tarzan sound. Let me give it a reset. Let's turn that music down. Right, let's get Siri to generate a random number between 1 and 126. Give me a random number between 1 and 126.
It's 24.
Right, let's look at number 24. What is this game here? Something's coming up. Was that supposed to be an Activision logo at the bottom there? Let's try it. Let's press the start button. Give it some sound. Oh my god. Oh, is it Burger Time? Oh, he's basically a Space Invaders clone. Oh dear. Right, okay. Let's do another game. Volume goes down because that annoying music. Reset. Give me a random number between 1 and 126.
It's 61.
Right, let's do 61 then. I think this might be volleyball. Let's have a look. Give it some volume. Is it the sound of the ocean or the... I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's the game crashing. Okay. This is hard. Blimey, what are you supposed to do here? I'm not getting the ball back. Stupid game. Do one more. Generate me a random number between 1 and 126.
The answer is 5.
Okay, let's do number 5. Well, this one looks a bit better. Is it Star Trek or Star Wars, something like that? Hey, I've shot something. It's a bit loud on the volume. That's what the idea is. Maybe you've got to go around and find things and shoot in the sky. There you go, something. I just saw something. Oh, I got a 2,225. Let's do one more. Generate me a random number between 1 and 126.
It's 20.
Okay, 20. I think we've done that one, haven't we? Oh no, this is a submarine game. I did this one yesterday. You've got to go down. You got to shoot the... collect the divers and then shoot the fish or whatever they're supposed to be. You can't actually shoot one of the divers. Just try shooting a diver. I don't think you can shoot the divers. No, you can't shoot the divers. Just listen to the listen to the sound, look at the graphics. Okay, that was a quick look at the Atari TV boy from Sistema. 126 old arcade games. Hasn't got 126 old arcade games. They're just Atari games on a chip. Good way of getting into Atari. If you want to play some old school Atari games, you might want to pick one up off eBay cheap, because Ataris can go for quite a few pounds up on eBay. If you found it some use and know what to do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, the other button seems to work too. As always, thanks for watching Vintage Fridays, and I'll see you in the next video. 7-3.